Hello, Tom here, and I'm at the Welcome Center on US 192. The Welcome Center is about 9 miles east of Disney World. It's open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. Before we get to the trail, let's go over to a very nice picnic area next to the Welcome Center with a wonderful view of Shingle Creek. Here you can see several cypress trees. Now, I've never seen any alligators in this creek, but I have always seen some in the reservoirs north of here, and also a whole lot of gopher tortoises. You can tell the gopher tortoises because they have a very high raised back, and they are plentiful in this area. Now, here is the Welcome Center again. Now, I'm starting this trail from US 192 heading north, and here we can see the parking area. It's probably around good 30-40 parking spots in there, and I've never seen it full. Most I've ever seen in there is about a dozen cars. And it also reflects what happens on the trail. Is this is not a very well used trail. At most, I've seen a half dozen, no more than a dozen families enjoying their day on this trail. They're out biking, walking, rollerblading, which means this trail is a wonderful way to spend an afternoon. Now, there are two main ways of getting on the trail with parking lots, and that is at the Welcome Center and at Pioneer Village. Now, I'll be talking a lot about Pioneer Village in just a little bit, but let's start enjoying this trail. Kind of makes me feel like kind of stepping back into time, because surrounding this trail is a very populated area, a lot of traffic on the roads, so to have something like this in the middle of that chaos is just so nice. It's relaxing, tranquil. Just a wonderful way to spend several hours. I can see that this bridge is boardwalk. Now, most of the trail is concrete, and there is some asphalt sections. On these boardwalk trails, you can get up a really nice vibration if you're on a bicycle going really fast. And we got a really big bump right here, which is rare. This trail is so well maintained and so smooth. It's just a pleasure to ride. And one of the things I like about this section of the trail is there are no crossroads. All the access to this trail are via paths from the residential areas that line the one side of the trail. Now, let's fast forward as we go through the rest of this end of the trail. And you can see one side is very well developed and the other side is left natural. And the natural side does have a lot of sections that are conservation areas. So you get to see a lot of wonderful nature, gators. So it is just really an amazing way to spend an afternoon. Now, heading north from the Welcome Center to the very end of the trail, and it does dead end, heading north, is 3¼ miles. And if you do add the Pioneer Village spur, it's another ½ mile. So round trip, if you go to the end of the trail and then Pioneer Village and back to the Welcome Center, would be 7½ miles. There's also a section that goes south from the Welcome Center, and if you just count the distance till Thacker Avenue, that would be an additional 2 miles. So if you do the complete trail, north and south, that would be a total of 11½ miles. Now, I would love to see this trail expanded. I know there is another Shingle Creek trail south of the city of Kissimmee. It ends just in the middle of nowhere, so it would very, very possible for these two trails to meet up, and that would be awesome. That would turn this trail from a several hour fun afternoon into potentially an entire day of enjoying this beautiful weather that we have down here in Central Florida. Now, I do see people fishing out here. I'm not sure what they're fishing for, but they do seem to be enjoying themselves. And coming up here on the right is where I actually got the shot of the gator, right in there. As we come to the end of the trail, I'm going to head back up the trail just a little bit and get the drone out and lift off. Now, this is towards the end of spring, so this is the alligator mating season. So I'm surprised this guy is staying so still, because they become very mobile during this time of the year, and they also become very aggressive. So I'm not going to get anywhere near this guy, even though he does look rather calm and docile. And now, as I continue back towards the Welcome Center, I am going to go up the spur towards Pioneer Village. Pioneer Village is made up of a collection of buildings that were spread all over Osceola County and have been moved into one area. And they include a train depot, church, schoolhouse, general store, citrus packing plant, and a Seminole settlement. Now as we get up on the bridge, there's a beautiful view of Shingle Creek, and I'm going to go super slow motion on this one. Just a very, very tranquil, peaceful place. Shingle Creek is considered to be the northernmost headwaters of the Everglades, and is said to have gotten its name from the cypress trees which were used to make wood shingles. Alright, let's speed this up again. And as we come up on Pioneer Village, you'll notice that there's some very beautiful buildings, very rustic, and straight ahead is a grass parking lot. And there's also a picnic area and restroom right up here. There is a caretaker building. I believe somebody actually lives in that. It's just a wonderful, wonderful way to revisit history in a very relaxing, calm place. Okay, let's head south. So starting at the Welcome Center and going under US 192, we are going to go 2 miles on this trail. The trails cross 2 very busy streets, and I'm actually going to stop at Thacker Avenue because that's when the trail itself actually stops. It does continue on if you want to ride on the side of some very busy roads, which I do not. As we get up to the picnic area again, you will see what I believe are a couple of homeless people. The shopping cart and the manner in which they are staying in the area leads me to believe that they are homeless. There's a Walmart about a quarter mile west of here, and there is a large group of panhandlers that work that corner, and I believe this is where they've set up camp. Now I've seen them taking their personal belongings and plastic bags and hiding them in the wood area, so they're pretty much dug in this area. I've never had a problem with them, and I just let them be and they let me be. Now here we are passing a private boat launch. You can rent boats here, and it is usually very busy. On weekends and holidays, this is packed. If you're thinking about doing this, I would actually recommend parking on the other side over by the Welcome Center, because this parking lot gets really crazy when it's packed. It's not very well laid out. Now as we're heading south, it continues in this really nice format with just a beautifully wide trail and concrete for just a little bit, and then it turns into asphalt. And I'm just going to speed up through the rest of this just to let you know this is not my favorite part of the trail. If I were to do more than 7.5 miles, I would just do the northern part of the trail twice. One of the very nice parts of the southern part of this trail is it does link the heart of Kissimmee City to the trail, so it's a great way for the people that live downtown to access the Shingle Creek Regional Trail. So let me close this by saying thank you for watching the video, and if you have any questions or comments, I hope that you'll leave them down below, and I hope you have a wonderful day.